Okay, in section 2.2, we're talking about linear equations. We've already been kind of talking about that in 1.4, 2.1, and now in 2.2. But 2.2 kind of focuses only on linear equations. A linear equation is an equation that can be written in the form ax plus b equals 0, where a is not 0. As an example, suppose that I want to solve x plus 1 divided by 3 minus 1/2 x equals 2 minus 1/6 times 2 minus x. Well, one thing that I could do is to get rid of the fractions here on the three terms. To do that, I'd want to multiply by the common denominator, which would be 6 on both sides. So 6 times x plus 1 divided by 3 minus 1/2 x times 6 equals 6 times 2 minus 1/6 x times 2 minus x. Well, let's distribute there. Distribute. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 1/6 is 1. Okay, so we get 2 times x plus 1 minus 3x equals 12 minus 2x minus x. I can distribute the 2 and the negative 1 into the two terms there. 2x plus 2 minus 3x equals 12 minus 2 plus x. 2x minus 3x, that's negative x plus 2 equals 10 plus x. If I add x to both sides and subtract 10, negative 8 equals 2x divided by 2, and it looks like x is 4 is the answer to that one. Okay, here's another one. 3x minus 3 times the quantity 2x plus 1 equals negative the quantity 3x minus 3. I can distribute the negative 3 and the negative 1, and I get 3x minus 6x minus 3 equals negative 3x plus 3. Okay, 3x minus 6x is negative 3x minus 3 equals negative 3x plus 3. So negative 3 equals 3. That's not true. We call this equation a contradiction. And a contradiction just simply means that there's no solutions. The variable was eliminated completely, and we end up getting a false statement. Negative 3 equals 3. That's false. An identity would be one that is true. So if I get like negative 3 equals negative 3, then all real numbers is the answer. In other words, it doesn't matter what you get. When you go through the process of solving, you always end up getting negative 3 equals negative 3. And that's an identity. Okay, so I thought the best thing to do in this section was to do some problems that were in the book for us. On page 54, a linear equation is solved by using the intersection of graphs method. Find the solution by interpreting the graph. Assume that the solution is an integer. So, okay, they're not giving us any equation here. We need to solve for x. Well, hold on. X is equal to negative 5, and negative 5, 6 is where these two lines intersect. Okay, so the answer is negative 5, or x equals negative 5, and I'm done. So the answer there, x equals negative 5. Page 116, problem 102, is where I'm solving for h, and solve the given equation for the specified variable. V equals 2 pi r h plus pi r squared. Solve that for h. Okay, so if I subtract pi r squared and then divide by 2 pi r, h would be equal to v minus pi r squared divided by 2 pi r is the answer. And I've done that here. Problem 32 is an example. Is where I've got total of $5,000 is invested into two accounts. One account pays 5% annual interest, and the other account pays 7% annual interest. If the first year is $3,200, how much was invested in each account? Okay, so the problem is mainly dealing with the interest, which is $325. So I've got interest from one account paying 5% and interest from a second account paying 7%. How much is there after 1 year? Well, I can use the formula for simple interest, which is principal times rate times time equals the interest. The principal value is what I need to find here. The interest rate is what's given to me, and the time is in years. The time is always in years, and there's a key word here that says annual interest. Okay, annual interest. That means that t is 1. Okay, so I'm using interest equals principal times rate times time, but t is 1. So interest equals principal times rate. Well, if X dollars is invested at 5% rate, then the rest of the money, 500 minus X dollars, is invested at the 7% rate. So I've got the 5% rate plus the 7% rate, which is $325 total from the two rates. Okay, so I'd want to solve this then. $325 equals 0.05x plus 350 minus 0.07x. Okay, 0.05x minus 0.07x is 0.02x. 325 minus 350 is negative 25. And if I multiply both sides by, or excuse me, if I divide both sides by, divide both sides by negative 0.02, then x is equal to negative 25 divided by negative 0.02. Negative over negative is positive, and x is equal to $1,250. So x is the amount of money that was in the 5% rate. Now there's $5,000 total. Okay, so the rest of the money is in the 7% rate. Well, it looks like there's $1,250 that was invested at 5% rate, and the rest of the money, the rest of the $5,000, is invested at the 7% rate. Okay, and by the way, that I guess it makes sense because more money was invested at the 7% rate. Probably the whole thing should have been invested at the 7% rate, but you know, there's a limit. So $3,750 is invested at 7% rate. Okay. Page 118, problem 144 says that a 174-foot long fence is being placed around the perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool that has a 3-foot wide sidewalk around it. The actual swimming pool without the sidewalk is twice as long as it is wide. Find the dimensions of the pool without the sidewalk. Okay? So, here's a picture of this pool with the sidewalk around it. Now, the actual pool without the sidewalk is twice as long as it is wide. Okay? So, whatever the width is, x, 2x would be the length of the pool. Now there's a 3-foot wide sidewalk wrapping around the fence. And 174 feet of fence is placed around the rectangular swimming pool, and that's the perimeter. So the perimeter of a rectangle is well, we got 2x times 3 plus 3 is 6, times 2 times x plus 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay, so we got x plus 6, 2 of them, plus 2 times 2x plus 6 equals 174. 2x plus 12 plus 4x plus 12 equals 174. 7x equals 174 minus 24 is 150. So x is equal to 125. X is equal to 25 feet, and 2x then would be 50 feet. Okay, so page 114 is where you'll find the homework problems listed. And be sure to look at those problems for me when you get a chance.